Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to jump on here real quick and do this video for y'all because this was really the only time I was going to be able to do this video. And I apologize for the lighting. I'm in my bedroom right now and it's the brightest light in this house, unfortunately. So, I apologize for that first of all. It is 11 o'clock at night. It is Monday night. My children are asleep. My husband is not home currently. So this was really the only time that I could jump on here and do this video. Anyway, if you watched my last, not my last video, but, earlier this month I did a CMA recap video, for the Country Music Awards. And I had mentioned at the end, that I was going to try and do a recap for the American Music Awards. And this is exactly what I'm here to do. So I'm going to try and get through this as quickly as I possibly can because I know I rambled on last time. I'm going to try not to ramble on too much this time. It's actually probably going to go through this a little bit quicker because there were some things that I just didn't like, and so I'm just going to breeze on through all of that. So with that being said, let's get started. Okay, I have my notes again so I can remember everything. It was a 3-hour broadcast. If you are not familiar with the American Music Awards, unlike the CMAs, the AMAs are an all-genre award show. So it's not just country, it's pop, it's rock, it's country, it's, everything mixed into one. And if you're like most people nowadays, well, there is no rock, pop, country anymore. It's all pop. Well, then to each his own. I'm just going to go through this anyway. So, this year, Jennifer Lopez hosted, and I think she did a fairly good job. She opened up the show, actually. She started off by singing a little bit of her Waiting for Tonight song, and she did it kind of slow and started it off, but then she stopped herself and said that this wasn't about her, this was about everybody, and then she just started into this major, dance medley of all the hit songs for the past year. So that was really cool. The woman is 46 years old and she dances like she's 16 still, and she looks just like she's 16 still. So actually she's gotten better with age, so that's probably an insult to her saying that she looks like she's 16, because she don't look like she's 16 no more. But anyway, so she opened and she did that. I don't know how long it was. It was it was really, really cool. I'm going to try and leave links down to the, my personal favorites, to below if I can find them. I'll leave them down below like I did with the CMAs. If I can't, then you could just YouTube these things and find them on your own. So I apologize if I can't find any of the performances, but I'll try to leave the links down below if I can find them. Anyway, so after she went through all of that, she went, I guess, she had to go take a break, so she had to go back and change and everything. So they went straight into the first award show, the first award of the night, and Prince was actually there, and he actually presented this award. It was for the R&B album. I don't have any of the nominees written down. To be completely honest, I don't even really know who a lot of these people are. It's really bad. It sounds really bad coming from me because I am such a music lover. But, it's just not my taste. So, I did know a few. Not saying I didn't know any of them. But some of them were just like, who? So, I apologize for that if I offended you with that comment. But Prince presented the award for Best R&B Album, and the winner was The Weeknd for his album. There was a commercial, blah, blah, blah. J-Lo came back, she talked for a little bit, and then she introduced, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know half of these people. She introduced 2 people, and they actually came out, and they introduced 5 Seconds of Summer, or 5 Sauce, or whatever they call them now. I'm not going to hate on the boy bands because, as a 31-year-old, when I was in my teenage years, that was when the 90s and early 2000s boy bands were really popular. So I'm not hating on the boy bands. But, times have changed for sure. So 5 Seconds of Summer performed. Yeah, and that's that. That's really all I have to say about that. After they performed, they went directly into Selena Gomez. I'm a huge fan of Selena Gomez, so I was excited about this performance. And she sang her song Same Old Love, which is a really good song. If you haven't heard it, I recommend that song for you. And she came down these stairs slowly, and then the guys were like picking her up and then like guiding her down the stairs. I was nervous for her, because if one of them would have just tripped, or misstepped one time, it would have been all over. So I'm glad she got through that performance without any mishaps. Alright, commercial, blah blah. Nicki Minaj came out to present the Pop Rock Duo Group Award. Like I said, I don't have any of the nominees written down, because I actually was writing this down as I was watching it, so I didn't really have time to write everybody down. So, I'm out of breath. I need to stop talking so fast. Pop Rock Duo Group. I'm going to put this out there because I didn't say it at the beginning. This is a fan-voted award show, so when I say this, you'll know why they won. Pop Rock Duo went to One Direction. Like I said, no hate on the boy bands. You know, I was a teenager once. I understand. To each his own. They're actually not that bad of a boy band. But we all know what happened. One of the members left, and forgive me for not knowing their names, but, you know, it's just... Maybe if I had a child that was, you know, enjoyed One Direction, I would know who these people are, but one of the members left, and now they're going on a hiatus, so... We'll see. So they won that award. Alright, next up was Jenny McCarthy, and she introduced Carrie Underwood, and she sang her new single. I don't really know what song it was. It was Carrie Underwood. She did good. She's talented, you know. I had no hate there. Alright, after that, it went directly into Demi Lovato. Again, I like Demi Lovato. I will go back and say that when Demi Lovato first came out in her Disney Channel days, didn't care for her too much, but as the years have gone on and as she's grown and as she's matured and as I've heard a lot of her backstory and exactly what she's been through, I actually do like her now, and I do enjoy her music, and there are a couple of songs that have a couple of cool meanings to me, so I do like Miss Lovato now, so no hate there. And she performed her single Confident, and it wasn't really anything special. She performed, that was it. And commercial came back. Meghan Trainor performed with Charlie Puth. I guess that's how you say that. She performed by herself, sang one of her songs, and then they went into a song of them singing together. And at the very end of the song, it was, I don't know, some Marvin Gaye tribute song thingy. I don't know exactly what it is. I'm not real hip on the popular music right now. If it's not something I listen to on the radio, and if my radio is on a local radio station, it's mostly country. And I have Sirius in my car, Sirius XM in my car, so I keep it on a lot of the 90s and the early 2000s, so I don't really know I don't really know the new hits right now, so I don't really know what song it was. But all I know is that at the very end of the song, they started making out. So a lot of people were confused, and I think it came out that it was just, it was all planned and put together. It wasn't like anything serious. It was like they're not in a relationship. I don't know. You never know with Hollywood these days. Anyway, they went, and the next up was the award for Country Male, and my man Luke Bryan won, so excited about that. Another thing I will add, and I will point out for this award show in particular, and I was telling my husband this last night, and he didn't really believe me, but a lot of times on these award shows, they'll give out just the really big awards, but they'll have all the performers. I'm taking a breath. I'm sorry. Usually, you know, it doesn't always work out that way, but 9 90% of the time, if they perform on the show, that means they're probably going to win. So Luke performed, so it was, it was pretty much said it was going to be him that won. And so he did win, he came, he thanked everybody, blah, blah. Anyway, commercial, J-Lo came back out, and she introduced Ariana Grande, which, I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of this young lady. Her singing drives me up the wall. And if she would just learn how to enunciate her words, and maybe I could understand what she was singing, I would like her more. But I don't know. I just can't. I can't make myself like her music. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please don't send me any hate mail. Please. It's just my taste. I'm sure the music I like, y'all don't like. So we all are allowed to our own opinions. So next up. Alright. So after she sang, which I don't know, that whole performance, I don't know. But after she sang, they presented best soundtrack, and it went to Pitch Perfect 2, which, makes sense because it's a movie about singing. So it makes sense that would win. They went to a commercial, came back. I know I keep saying commercial, but I'm just trying to trying to space it out a little bit. Then the best rap hip hop album was presented, and that went to Nicki Minaj. So good for her. Then Zendaya came out, and she introduced One Direction, and they sang, and all was good, and done. Alright, next up. If you've seen the movie Clueless, you know who Alicia Silverstone is. And Jeremy Sisto was her co-star in the movie. They came out, they had a little mini reunion, they talked about how No Doubt was popular when that movie was out, and they introduced Gwen Stefani singing her new song, her breakup song, her whatever that song is about. I don't know if it's about Gavin or what, but she sang nothing that was mind-blowingly impressive. It's Gwen Stefani. I did like her in her No Doubt days. Can't say I'd like her now. I don't know. But, moving on. Anyway, the next thing was, actually, Joe Jonas came out with his new band. I don't know about all that mess. But he actually introduced his brother. So, he introduced Nick Jonas, and Nick Jonas actually sang 3 of his hits. He sang Chains first, and he started out on the piano, and he sang a slow version of Chains. Then he jumped into Levels, and he sang a little bit of that, and then he had his own little drum solo after that. And then after that, he went directly into Jealous, which, I like that song. I like that song a lot. I like all of his songs. He's actually a really good artist, so I'm really impressed. I'm actually kind of upset because, him and Demi Lovato are going on tour next summer, and the closest they are coming to me is in Dallas, and Dallas is at least a 4-hour drive away, so I can't do it, but I would love to be able to see them in concert, because I really do think they're very good performers. So he sang Jealous, and he had a choir come out and help him out with that too, so all in all, that was a good performance. J-Lo, back out, she presented for New Artist, and Sam Hunt actually won that award, which is very impressive for the country music genre because he was up against, who was he up against? He was up against some rap artists, I think, and he actually won that award. So, way to go, country music fans. Country music fans are the best fans. I don't care who you say. You can say the boy bands and the little teeny boppers are the best fans, but country music fans are very dedicated to their artists, and they will vote and vote and vote. So, way to go, country music fans. Alright, then next up was Walk the Moon, and they sang their hit, Shut Up and Dance. I think that's the name of the song. It's a good song. Then Paula Abdul and Donnie Wahlberg came out and presented Pop Rock Female, and Ariana Grande won that one. Fall Out Boy came out and they introduced Coldplay, which it was their first time in 7 years playing the AMAs, so that was impressive. Even though their performance was kind of trippy, because they had like psychedelic things going on in the back. There was monkeys dancing. I don't know. I don't know. So after that, Norman Reedus. And if you're a Walking Dead fan, you know who Norman Reedus is. He is Jal Dixon. And all the ladies love him, myself included. And it was a shame because I was watching this while Walking Dead was on. So I actually put this award show before Walking Dead. Okay? So I can write all this stuff down last night and bring this video to you today. So that's dedication for you there. Anyway, so he came out and presented Country Female. And Carrie Underwood got that. People assumed that Miranda Lambert would get that, and she didn't. And it's like I told my husband, Carrie was there performing. So it was, you already knew she was going to get that award. Alright, then The Weeknd performed. And P. Diddy, Sean Combs, Puff Daddy, Puffy, whatever we're calling him these days, came out and presented for Best Collaboration of the Year. And Justin Bieber, Skrillex, and Diplo, I guess that's their names, won for Bieber's song. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, they went to a commercial. All that was not in the same break. There was commercials in there, but after that, they went to a commercial. When they came back, the three of the four members of Little Big Town came out and introduced Luke Bryan. And Luke Bryan actually sang his new single with Karen from Little Big Town, the dark-haired girl, the one that was the main singer of Girl Crush. I'm sorry. Anyway, they came out, they performed their single together. And at any time a man and a woman do a duet and it's like a lovey-dovey song, there are always rumors. Luke Bryan is married. I'm pretty sure Karen is married. I'm not sure if she is or not. I think she might be in a relationship at the very least. It's all good. They did a song together. It was a good song. Let's move on. Then Macklemore and Ryan Lewis performed. Then Fifth Harmony came out and presented alternative rock. I didn't even think that was still a category, considering the way the music is now. But Fall Out Boy won that one, so way to go for them. At least I knew who they were. Better than to give it to an award that nobody knows. They went to a commercial after that, and then when they came back, this was probably one of the best performances, I guess, in my opinion. Probably not in everybody else's opinion, considering 5 Seconds of Summer performed, and One Direction performed, and Ariana Grande performed. Probably not, the best overall, but for me, being a child of the 90s, so to speak, Alanis Morissette actually came out and performed with Demi Lovato, and they sang You Ought to Know. Now, if you're watching this and you have no clue who Alanis Morissette is, you need to Google her, you need to YouTube her, and you need to YouTube that song. Unless you're like a young kid, then you probably don't need to go YouTube that song because there was some bad words in that song, so I'm not recommending that if you are a youngin'. But if you are of age and you don't know who this is, you need to YouTube it. And I will leave, if I can find the performance, I will leave it down below. Alright, so next up was rap and hip-hop artist, and that went to Nicki Minaj. Alright, and I'm almost done, y'all. And it's only been 20 minutes. Alright, so after that, Jared Leto came out and he talked about the tragedy in Paris, and they did a little tribute to that, and he spoke of the sorry guys, I'm talking too much, my throat's dry. Breathe. He came out and he talked about Paris and the tragedies with Paris and the bombings and the terrorist attacks and all that. And Celine Dion actually came out and sang a French song. I don't know what it was. It was in French. It's Celine Dion. You know, she's Canadian. She speaks French, so she sang it in French, and it was beautiful. It's Celine Dion. She has a beautiful voice. They picked Pearson to do it. She did it. It was gorgeous. And that's all I have to say about that. Then they did a Star Wars tribute, which, I mean, I know it's a big thing right now, and I know a lot of people are excited, but I don't know, just kind of felt forced in there. Anyway, so they showed a new scene from the movie, and then they went into Harrison Ford introduced Pentatonics. If you don't know who Pentatonics is, they are an a cappella group, and they actually sang, performed, I don't really know what you would call what they did, the theme for Star Wars, and they had a full orchestra behind them. It was pretty dang cool. But like I said, if you're into that, then you would probably really enjoy it, but that's all I can say about that. Anyway, next up was R&B Soul Male, and The Weeknd won that. And Jeremy Renner came out and presented Artist of the Year, and for the second year in a row, One Direction got it. And I did not know this, but apparently that is the first time that has happened in AMA history. No other artist has won Artist of the Year 2 years in a row. But with that being said, it is One Direction. It is fan voted. We all know how the boy band fans are. So I'm not surprised at all by that. Sierra. Let me rewind that. That was the last Artist of the Year. That was big. Okay, so the last performance of the night was introduced by Sierra, which I don't know why, but whatever. It was Justin Bieber, and here's the thing about Justin Bieber. He's a good performer. He can sing. He's had some issues in his past, or not really in his past, in just the last few years. You know, he had a lot of issues, but you know what? He's actually made a pretty good comeback, if you ask me. He's very talented, and there is no denying the talent there. So he actually came out. He sang with a guy playing acoustic guitar to start off, and then he went in and, you know, after that he picked it up, and then he went and started performing maybe his other song. I think it was 3. I think he sang 3 songs. Forgive me if I don't know. But he sang. He did more dancing than singing, really. But it is Justin Bieber we're talking about, and he is known for his dancing, so I give him props there. My DVR actually cut me off, because I did not watch this live. I watched it with a little bit of a delay. So my DVR cut me off, so I didn't get to see the whole performance, so I actually had to YouTube it today and to see exactly what all happened. Apparently, he sang and he danced, and then he cut into his newest hit, Sorry, I think that's the name of it. And he had the rain coming down, and he was dancing in the rain, and all that stuff. And I saw where people were actually talking about how he was lip-syncing. I'm going to be honest here. If you're got water falling on you on stage, singing with a live mic, not the goodest, really goodest. Did I just say that? Not the best idea. But he was singing live before that, so I don't understand why people were having issues there. Everybody, I will give that to everybody. Everybody sang live on this show last night. I'm pretty sure. It sounded live. It didn't sound like, you know, it didn't sound like there was a constant, play. I don't know. I would say 95% of it was sang live, as far as everybody goes. But anyway, if you've got water pouring on you, you cannot sing with a live mic. You will get electrocuted. So, for anybody that was talking about him lip syncing for that part, he had to, dude. He had to. Anyway, so that was it. After that was over, Jennifer Lopez, thanked everybody and, ended the show, and that was it. That was the 3 hours of the American Music Awards. Sorry if I rushed through this, and I'm sorry about the throat pain and me breathing heavily. But I just wanted to hurry up and get through this, and so I can get this up on YouTube for y'all to see. If there's any questions or any comments or anything, if you saw the show, if you liked anything, and I apologize if I, offended anybody with my opinions about certain artists, but they are my opinions. That's all I can say about it. You have your opinions, I have my opinions. We can keep it civil. There's no need to be mean and rude. So if you have any comments, and if you watch the show, leave comments below. If you like these kinds of videos, give me a thumbs up. I will try to do more as the awards season goes on. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. And everybody have a really, really happy Thanksgiving. And hopefully I will see you maybe next week sometime for some more videos. Don't really know what the plans are just yet. But subscribe, and if I do some more videos before the month is up, then you'll see them. And until then, I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.